Okay. Where we need the exact
Okay.
entity.
Good morning, Facebook friends. Thank
Hello.
you for joining us this Sunday. We're on to the homily portion of our service, and our homilist today is Sherry Barton, and she's going to do a reading for us on the courage to explore. You don't know what you don't know. So let me turn this over to Sherry.
Thank you. Hi. I don't think I need to introduce myself. JoAnn did a lovely job of saying that. JoAnn, thank you for your inspiring work and words as our MC. So, the courage to explore. You don't know what you don't know. Last April, Reverend Diana Friedel presented a homily. Her final message was, you don't know what you don't know. Her words inspired me to write this homily. Thank you, Diana. Ideally, I want this homily to be an interactive one. There will be sections. I'll ask you to raise your hand and share your thoughts. I want to open with a passage by Marianne Williamson. In her book, Return to Love, Reflections of the Principles of A Course in Miracles. It takes courage to endure the sharp pains of self-discovery rather than choose to take the dull pain of unconsciousness. How many of us can comfortably say, I don't know? Raise your hands. Okay, good. Much less for some to seriously consider saying it. Those three words, I don't know, are difficult to say for a multitude of reasons. Take a moment. Think about the thoughts, feelings, and or reactions does this phrase bring up for you? Does anyone want to share? Our Zoom audience also has the option to put their responses into the chat. Does anybody have something to share?
About what we don't know.
Yes, and the difficulty of saying that.
I don't know if I want to follow this path in the ministry.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep kind of stepping in and getting my feet wet and going. And I will be honest, when I woke up this morning, the second time, I went, oh, I don't want to do this. Because it's a lot of work and it can be stressful at the last minute. So I keep stepping in and I keep picking up pieces, but I have to admit that I don't know.
Yes, Elka.
Wasn't it Solomon that said the highest wisdom is I know that I don't know?
I believe you're right.
And so I just listened to a podcast, I won't mention it, but it just brought it home so starkly, sharply, as you mentioned, that I don't know. And I know that I don't know. And that's like burned into my consciousness.
Good. Thank you for sharing, both of you. Anybody else?
A couple people online.
Great. Did we
And,
have anybody put something in the chat?
Yeah. Let me go back here.
I did, Sherry. Kimberly did.
Yes.
You can read it.
I can't read it.
I just said, I said, JoAnn, I was in the same boat with you this morning. I found myself saying, why am I signing up for this class? I'm not sure I want to do this. I don't want to do the class. And I still signed up and I am looking forward to it, but I don't know. I don't know. In and out. We are all at once, everything.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's more of I do know I want to do it. It's
Great.
I don't know if I have the support to do it.
Okay. Those are very valid. I don't know responses and thoughts,
And
feelings.
Chris says, the minute I say I know, I will stop learning. So that is not in my vocabulary. Because that's what I was gonna say. I always try to remind people at the beginning of the class, just say to yourself, I don't know what I don't know. So if you come into a class saying, I already know everything, why am I taking this class? Then you will not have any opening to
Yeah.
receive new insights and intuition.
And
about
Marianne
the
is
subject. Yeah.
saying, the more I know, the more I realize I don't know. I'm comfortable expressing that I don't know.
That is absolutely wonderful. Okay, I'm going to list some common thoughts, feelings, or reactions that I learned about when I worked principally with veterans for 24 years. And please feel free, raise your hand if any of these truths are true, these are true for you. Okay, defensiveness. I know I have. What will others think? Embarrassment. Will I be judged? Doubt. Anxiety. This is the big one. Self-recrimination or self-judgment. Even fear. These can be based on outdated, sometimes irrelevant information. Do you hold your truth as sacrosanct and with conviction? It's important to do so. To name only a few. Psychology today, and I will give them credit, but I also made some modifications, defines an aspect of fear as the ultimate emotional baggage. Again, I'm going to repeat this because this is important. The ultimate emotional baggage. This result leads to fear of trying or putting yourself out there into the light. How do you define courage? Many believe it's feeling afraid, yet choosing to act anyway. I believe it takes courage to say, I don't know. What about the fallout? Your fallout, the consequences, repercussions, if you say, I don't know. Do you really know everything about everything? No, absolutely not. So much is unknown. The unknown leads to uncertainty. Uncertainty can give rise to stress, worry, anxiety, powerlessness, a sense of being out of control, and even fear. The unknown can be defined as not known, unfamiliar, not identified, ascertained, or established. Truthfully, in reality, uncertainty is a dynamic and fluid, constant. This is a basic reality, and the unknown will always be present and exist because life changes moment to moment. Therefore, our truths change moment to moment when we take time to reflect. Where do you house your truths? Are you in a room with windows so you can see there are different perspectives, new ideas, and get new information? Are the windows open so you can hear? Or are you in a vault, locked away from any influence that could shed light of additional information? Or grasp it so tightly in your fist that your hand spasms? Okay, it's time to put your big girl panties or big boy boxers on. Remember, knowledge is power. Now, what to do or say? These are examples of other ways to say, I don't know. You know, I'm not sure what the answer is. Let me think. Wow, I hadn't thought about it from that perspective. This is an important question. I want to give this some thought. I'll get back to you. I'm curious, what are your thoughts? After I figure this out, let's see if we share similar or the same perspectives. You know, I appreciate you brought this up. Thank you. Your question sparked my curiosity to figure out the answer that makes the most sense to me. Later, we can discuss our answers. I don't know. I'll do my best to direct you to the person I believe that can answer your question. With these alternative responses, you will turn your center of control back to you. I think of I don't know. It can be a stirring and moving song about you. Deeply personal and unique. It's about self-discovery. The verses are yours to write. This is a possible chorus. Tell yourself it's okay to lack information and not to know. Give yourself permission not to know. Swallow your pride. Say, I don't know, regardless of what others think, and more importantly, what you think. You can use alternative responses and regain your personal control. Be open to new perspectives, new ideas. Listen, observe, research. Remember, the why questions bring up defensiveness, stirs up doubt, negative emotions, and highlights the limitations. What questions keeps your interest alive and fosters curiosity? Obtain more information, research, observe, ask questions, listen. However, remember, even if you ask for another person's opinion or feedback, it doesn't mean that you adopt their point of view. Contemplate. Does this new information influence your opinion, your truth? How? Has your truth changed or does it remain the same? Speak up and share your view, new, revised, or your same truth. If things change, you still don't know or have doubts, then repeat the chorus. Modify this chorus so that it reflects you. Again, the things that I brought up are suggestions. You'll sing variations of this song for the rest of your life. Each song will be different because it is dynamic. The next moment is different, full of unknowns and uncertainty. Truthfully, it's impossible to know everything about everything. So why do we pretend that we do? Hold your truths as sacrosanct and with conviction, yet remain open to change. The next time you don't know, see this as an opportunity of self-discovery. I believe Marianne Williamson is right on target. I want to share this poem. Voice of all. The road in life is long. Our journey has wisdom which to learn. How do we use this? How do we use that is now a lesson in turn? Our senses will establish insight to be our guide, leading us to virtues if we don't divert to the wayside. In this world, what we know, there is more that we don't. We are but a moment in time to find out what we won't. Our destiny is unknown. Our steps will end with rejoice. Through the gate, we will find all listening to his voice. The author of this poem my husband, Douglas Benny Patterson. JoAnn, he picked a song. Miley Cyrus, his The climb. Sometimes exploring what you don't know and the courage to do this can feel like an uphill climb to find your answers. The song reminds me that sometimes exploring you don't know truly is an uphill climb. However, the rest of her words and her song inspires us, me, there is hope. Now we're going to say goodbye to Facebook audience. If you're interested, you can listen to the rest of the service. Go to isdoneonta.org. There is a link that will connect you to our service. We hope to see you join us. And thank you for this opportunity to give the homily.